The Honourable Member for Mirabel. Mr. Speaker, it's Halloween, and the worst house of horrors is right here in Ottawa. It's the Canada Revenue Agency. Fraudsters got $6 million in fake tax returns. The agency didn't even realize that different people were seeing their money paid into the same bank account. And that's not it, Mr. Speaker. There's one particular fraudster who managed to modify his tax returns to try and get $40 million back. And the CRA gave him $10 million before the guy's bank told them that something fishy was going on. How many other cases like this of fraudsters who have two hands in the candy jar? The Honourable Minister of National Revenue. Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, fraud is completely unacceptable, and I can assure you that we are taking the necessary measures to deal with the situation. Obviously, the CRA, with all the personal information that it has, is a target of choice, but it's not the agency that's directly targeted, but often the information that we share as citizens through different systems is more at risk. So personally, we all need to be more careful, but the agency is very vigilant. We have experts who are being very careful, and as soon as fraud is identified, the citizen impacted is informed and the account is blocked, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Member for Mirabel. Mr. Speaker, the Minister might think that it's our fault, but we want to know how many other times the agency has been a victim of fraud because there's a lack of verification, because the agency has been hiding the real numbers. Since 2020, in 2020, they've told the Privacy Commissioner there have been 113 cases where private information has been used for fraud. But when media asked questions, the agency revealed that it wasn't 113 cases. There were more than 31,000 cases. The Minister, meanwhile, is a true ghost. She's refused to stand and participate in interviews, so why can't she tell the truth the first time? The Honourable Minister of National Revenue. Mr. Speaker, you know, I do what I say what I do, and I'm not hiding from anyone. The law prevents us from discussing specific cases. The member knows that. However, the agency is very well equipped. We have experts. We're working with all kinds of specialists. We're working with other countries as well to share best practices. And there was a meeting just 2 weeks ago in Ottawa, and I can tell you that we're doing what we have to do, and we have the experts that we need. The Honourable Member for Mirabel. Mr. Speaker, we're seeing more and more fraud at the CRA because nobody is doing the necessary verifications, including the Minister, who has the power to request investigations. And that's not even counting cases where there was where the agency frauded itself, where we had 330 employees who gave themselves a CERB and had to be fired. It's vampires who are guarding the blood bank, Mr. Speaker. The CRA is haunted by problems with verification, with accountability, with transparency, with leadership. It needs a little exorcism, I think. When is the Minister going to clean things up? The Honourable Minister of National Revenue. Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, the Canada Revenue Agency has 60,000 employees. When we went through COVID, there were a number of countries that envied us because our country, our Liberal government, did what was necessary to help people, to help businesses, and that's why we've had a softer landing than almost any other country in the world. 60,000 employees, and all those who got CERB were verified one by one because they did what was necessary and the necessary actions were taken.